there was definitely something wrong with that family. There's no question about it. They had one boy, young kid, is a teenager, like 17. And for some reason, every time I would come out of the house to play after school, about 5 minutes later, their son would be moving the car in and out, practicing up and down the driveway. Well, I don't know what the hell he was practicing, but he was practicing trying to frickin' run me over is what he was trying to practice.
This is social calamity!
Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Joyful Calamity. My name is Chris. Hope you all had a great Halloween. This week, my father Dennis is back as he reminisces about riding a bicycle back in northern New Jersey as a child. If you guys like what we're doing, we're coming out with new episodes, so if you want to keep up to date, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and for all our audio listeners, hit that follow button, give us a rating, let us know how we're doing, and on to the show.
Well, I know one of the things you mentioned was talking about things being screwed up or weird was you're growing up as a kid. And I remember this weird story you always told me, and I never really get the full context of it. You used to ride a bike, obviously growing up in Teaneck, riding your little bicycle down the street, and you always had this weird neighbor that for whatever reason had something against you, where he would always try to run you over with the car.
Our neighborhood.
And that was what? That was Teaneck, right?
That was
the old
Teaneck, yeah, Teaneck, New Jersey. But I'm sure there are blocks like this. I mean, they made a movie, The Burbs, about it, with people with strange idiosyncrasies. But the lady across the street was Mrs. Holly. Mrs. Holly was Italian, and you knew it. And one day, Mrs. Holly would be the sweetest. Oh my God, she was so nice. She was, I don't know, 100 years old. She's an old lady, but she had a very young son that she adopted. I don't know the story behind it. It was all screwed up, whatever it was. And her son could do no harm, of course, right? It's my little Bucci. He's a good boy. Anything that goes wrong, it's your fault. So this week, she'd be happy and nice. Say, hey, Denny, why don't you come over and have some pizza? And she's real nice. The next week, she'd be like a tyrant. You making my boy so bad that you do bad things. I'm not even with her. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, she's off. I guess she didn't get medication for that week. Who the hell knows what it is? That was across the street. Then we got the guy next door. And those were the Englanders. And every time I would come out of the house to play after school, about 5 minutes later, their son would be moving the car in and out, practicing up and down the driveway. Well, I don't know what the hell he was practicing, but he was practicing trying to frickin' run me over is what he was trying to practice. And my father finally, he wasn't home. He was working at the time. So my mom would tell him, he said, this guy's trying to run the kid over. Why would he do that? That doesn't make any sense. So finally, my old man was around when it happened, and he witnesses this. He says, what the hell are you doing? Do you see the kids on a bike here? What's wrong with you? And he goes over to the old man. I never saw my dad lose his temper, ever. But this time, he went over to the guy, and he's, tell your old man to get out here. Oh, okay, all right. And the old man comes out, he says, yeah. He grabs him by the collar. He says, what the hell are you doing? I will kill you if you ever do this again to my kid. And I never saw my father lose his temper, ever, except that one time. And Mr. Englander, he just blew up. He just melted, I should say. And we never had a problem after that ever again. It was like, okay, all right, we got the message, But weird stuff. That was just two things. Yeah.